Hello. We're going to do a little bit of movement working up towards the tree pose, savasana. And to start off with, we're going to be lying down. So we'll have a little bit of a breathe to begin with in savasana. And before you actually lie down, I'm going to suggest that if tree is not one of your favoured poses, get yourself a brick or a block. Could be a book, of course, it doesn't need to be a proper yoga block. And if for Shavasana you like to have something under your head or your hips, get a little pillow or something like that. And then come back to Shavasana. So we'll get started. So lying in Shavasana. So settle yourself down. Feel your body weight resting in the floor, your hips, your heels. If you feel better served with your knees bent and the feet flat to the floor, you can do it in this way. Maybe you want your knees a little wider and you can allow, that'll be your feet a little bit wider and your knees resting together. So it's where you feel comfortable and where you feel at ease. And focus on your breathing, the inhalation and the exhalation. Let your body weight soften with gravity into the mat. Noticing how things feel, your mind, your body and your breath. So we'll take a couple more breaths here in Shavasana. And then from here we're going to begin some movement. If you prefer to keep your knees bent, please do that. But otherwise, draw your toes up towards your shins, press your heels away, arms down to your sides. Connect with your breath again. And as you take your inhalation, bringing the arms up overhead to the floor behind you, or at least alongside the ears, or make your arms comfortable as you need to. And then exhaling, arms back alongside you. So again, inhaling and exhaling. And we'll take that twice more. And one last one. Sorry about my cats, by the way. They're not getting on very well at the moment. Like lockdown for all of us, I guess. Now, we're going to keep the legs long, bring the arms up, inhaling. And then as you exhale, draw the right knee in over the chest. Just give it a little squeeze in. Keep that left leg long, pushing the left heel away. Inhale, stretch the arms away, let the leg be long. And then to the left, exhale, left knee in over the chest. Inhale, arms up and leg away. So we'll do one more to each side. Exhaling. Inhaling. One more onto the left side. Exhaling and inhaling, bringing the arms up overhead and bringing the arms down to your sides. So we'll bend the knees and bring the feet flat to the floor. And we're going to bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to come wide. And then we'll interlace the fingers, push the palms away and bring the arms up alongside the ears And then as you exhale, bringing the knees together, feet flat to the floor. If your wrists don't like this, keep them in a position that doesn't create discomfort or pain. And just allow the knees to come where they're comfortable today. So we don't want to work through pain or discomfort. Just allow your body to find a place that feels easy and okay. Okay, now from here we're going to take the legs wide with the feet together again. I want you just to feel that your pelvis is very level and stable, so you're not rocking to either side or tilting the pelvis up or tilting it away. Feel that everything is flat. And then from here you're going to keep the right leg exactly where it is, stretch the left leg long, and use your abdominal muscles to stop yourself tipping away. We want to keep this left side down. And then as you inhale, arms are going to come up. And as you exhale, that left leg's going to come up and the arms are going to come down. All the time keeping that right leg exactly where it is, keeping the left hip down. Inhaling and exhaling. So to keep the pelvis level, we need to engage at the abdomen. If we work to keep the hip down, that engagement will happen automatically. So make this the last one on this side. Inhaling. Exhale the arms down and take that left foot back to the starting point and just see whether your pelvis moved at all. So remember, we're trying to keep all this bit really stable, keeping it very level. So it doesn't matter how far this knee is towards the ground, you'll see that mine is quite a long way off the mat and the floor. So I'm going to keep that absolutely still by gauging at the abdomen and then stretching the right leg long. 3 on this side. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Last one. So the leg comes down. I'll exhale the arms back down and bring that right foot back so it meets the left. And again, hopefully you'll have kept your pelvis level and still. So we'll ease the feet back to the floor, knees back together. And at this point you might want to have a little hug of the knees, a little rock from one side to the other. And then from here we're going to come on to all fours. So just roll yourself over. Find your all fours position, and at this point, if you want to take a little longer practice, you could come into some cat stretches and some dog stretches and some balancing cats. But what I'm going to do now is not those poses, but just to feel that I'm getting loose through the abdomen by doing circular movements. So we're pulling in gently at the abdomen to lift up, back the other way. This is very unprescribed, by the way. It's difficult to tell you a breathing pattern here. So just breathe as you need to. You might want to do some other sort of curly, fluid movement. You could take the hips all the way back if you wanted to, make figures of 8. And if your wrists don't feel comfortable with the shoulders in front of them, just make sure you move in a way that feels good for you. So any little movement like this will be easy and releasing for the spine and loosening up for the whole body. Okay, now from here we're going to be sitting but with the legs out. So the easiest way is to kneel to begin with, but I know that won't suit absolutely everybody. But we'll be on one side with the legs out. And if you can just stack the legs a little and then bring one hand down. You could be on your fists if you find that more comfortable. And we're going to inhale and reach up. And exhale, coming back down. So I call this one mermaid. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, coming back down. And we'll do the same to side two. So reposition your legs. We're getting a nice little side stretch in here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And now we're going to come up to stand. Let's come up any way that you need to. You could tuck your toes under and roll up, but any way that brings you upright. And you're going to come to stand in your mountain pose. And just take your time to feel comfortable, at ease. Think about your heels moving down, the centre of the heels into the mat, ball of the foot, base of the little toe. Feeling you're strong and grounded. And close your eyes and come back to your breath. Feel that sense of stability and ease. So we have the weight drawing down to the feet, to the mat, yet we're also light and open. And then opening your eyes. And we'll do extended mountain. So we'll inhale, lift the heels and bring the arms up. And exhale, coming back down. If your balance is a little wobbly today, you will notice probably straight away, and it doesn't matter. You don't need to lift the heels so high, or you could keep the heels down and work with the arms. And if your arms alongside the ears feel a little tight, then maybe take the arms a little bit wider and perhaps soften at the elbow. Let's just see if we can hold the last one. All the time breathing. Take one more inhale and then exhale, coming back down to mountain. And see if anything's changed with your mountain pose. Let things settle. We can take another side stretch, quite similar in a way to the mermaid we did from our knees. We'll do half moon. So for this we're going to interlock the bottom three fingers, steeple the index and cross the thumbs. And we're going to take an inhale, reaching the arms up. And then as you keep weighting both feet, you're going to breathe out, fold to your side. And breathe in, back to the top. And breathe out, fold to side two. Inhale back to the top. And exhale once more, first side. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and you might feel you need to reset the shoulders and give yourself a little bit of a shake out. Now we're going to come to Vrksasana, the tree pose, and we're going to keep the pelvis stable, and we're going to not worry about where the foot lands. So you could use your block or your book or whatever you have to hand to bring the foot onto. If you need a little bit of extra support, you could have the toes down in this way. Or the wall, use the wall if you need to. So if you're using the wall, you'll be turning sideways on, so you've got your hand against the wall. So we're aiming to keep the pelvis level, and we're going to start with the hands into the heart centre, and then we're going to shift the weight, lift the knee to the point where you feel that you're comfortable, and avoid the heel on your kneecap, so it could be below or above the thigh, and then feel grounded and strong. You might want to use your arms. You could lengthen above your head, keep the hands in prayer, or come into a shape, any shape, wherever you feel like you want to be with tree. You choose. Keep breathing, and then we'll turn the knee forward and replace the foot. So at this point you always want to have a little bit of a wriggle, but just if you can observe your body and notice the difference from one side to the other. One side's worked quite hard, all the weight going through one side. And then when you're ready, you're going to lift side two. You might want to block on one side. You might want the wall on one side, yet not on side two. So you're drawing up. Feel that your pelvis is level and secure, and doing what you want to with the arms, and perhaps not doing the same on each side. You might want to focus on a tree, one in beautiful blossom perhaps, or the green shoots and the leaves all now nicely emerging. Vrksasana, our tree. And then we can exit. And come back to mountain. And again, just take that moment to observe your body. Now we've evened things up. Now I'm going to come a little bit towards the end of the mat, because we're going to do a tricky little tree warrior two combination. Now if you find that the tree that you've just done is where you'd like to stay, then come back and repeat the tree, or come straight into warrior number two. This next little bit is quite tricky, so I want you to be careful of your balance, and remember the floor is not very far away, so just put your foot down if you feel yourself being wobbly. And of course you might be close to a wall or your kitchen surfaces or the back of your sofa, something like that, so use what you need to. Now we're going to keep the pelvis level again. We're going to come into position for tree. Now this time you're going to bring your hand onto your thigh and bring your arm up alongside the ear, and you're going to fold. So we're taking ourselves out of our comfort zone entirely, shifted the centre of balance, and then the other arm is going to come up alongside the ear, and you're gradually going to straighten up into tree. Going to lower the arms wide, and when you're ready, a little bit of a leap of faith. You're going to stride out, hopefully landing a little more gently than that, coming into warrior two. Keep breathing, keep focusing, warrior two. And then when we're ready to come out, all we need to do is straighten, lower the arms, turn the feet forward, and we can step towards the other end. We don't have to be right at the other end, particularly if you're going to wobble. Make sure you've got a good grounding here before we move off. Find your mountain, keeping the pelvis nice and level. So to do that, you will automatically be using the abdominal muscles in the way that they need to work. So we'll bend the knee, bring the hand down, bring the arm up alongside the ear and begin to fold. So that is the tricky bit. And then the arm coming up alongside the ear. Bringing yourself upright, lowering the arms and stepping out to warrior two. And breathe. And then we'll straighten, lower the arms, turn the feet back forwards and step, walk, shuffle yourself back to mountain. And notice how you feel. So what I noticed when I was taking it just now, one side felt more secure than the other. You may notice something similar. It may have been unfamiliar. Noticing how you feel in your mind, your breath, your body. And then when you're ready, we're going to the hands just slightly on the front of the thighs. Bring the chin down towards the chest and take a little roll down. So you can let the hands go down towards the ankles. You can bend the knees as much as you need to. You could bring the back of the hands to the floor. Just let everything go. You might find that your arms would benefit from just being bent at the elbow, taking hold of the opposite elbow. And just feel everything softening with gravity towards the ground. And you might want to do a little bit of micro movement there. And then when you're ready, rolling yourself back to stand and come to mountain. So there we have it. Tree plus tree variation and warrior two combined. Thank you very much for watching. Namaste.